Yes, it's the cost of production per bird. For broilers, it's 345, 350 to maturity. Broiler birds, it's all about quality feeds. My name is Polly Morage. I'm a broiler farmer, and the reason yenye nilichagua broilers ni I'm a bit far from the birds, so for broilers it's easier for me. It's a month and then out, then I take a break, then a month I'm out. For layers, it's a constant daily thing, so lazima nichukue mayai, ni do all the nitty-gritty. So in that I can't for now, but in the near future I'll do it. But for broilers it's not a must I be there. I can skip one day, kuja. But for layers it's a must to be there. It's a must to do your data collection, record keeping, ujue kuku iko na nini. So for layers it's a hand-on daily job. The challenge hata kwetu, hata large scale farmers ni saa zingine market, right? Like right now currently Kenya, most people are not eating chicken, or most people are not even farmers are unable to take their produce kwa market because of the ongoing strikes. You know, it's twice a week. So kama tulikuwa tumezoea kupeleka KFC, Chicken Inn and other eateries, you know, there is no one who is eating right now. Everyone is in maandamano. So that's the first issue, because if you're not eating chicken, lazimesha tokea. So you see, and then the other why market, it's because you see some clients, they have their specific weight yenye wanakubaya nayo. So I usually say before keeping broilers ama layers, do your research. Jua pale utapeleka your stock or where zinapelekwa stock, so that you can't introduce yourself to farming and then ukwe na mizigo alafu juu pale zitapelekwa, because people are different. Kuna mtu anataka 1 kg, kuna mtu anataka 2 kg, kuna mtu anataka 1.5. It differs, you see. And there are a lot of conmen in this ananis, so you must be careful about it. Mtu anaweza kuja kwambia let me take and then I will pay, you see. That's the different. But some other companies, they can do contract farming, and contract farming, they have their own rules and regulations, the stipulations, the kgs, the feeds that you must feed, you see. And it's not bad. I usually say as a beginner, the best market is around your surrounding, okay? So unaenda hapa, unaona hapa watu wanakulanga chipo, neighbors wangu, you have neighbors, right? So make let's say 100 birds. Uko na watu wa chipo unawauzia. Uko na your neighbors, your friends, just start with them. So at the end of the day, they will know when mtu wao wa kuku. So at the end of a long period, not at a period of time when utakuwa hot cake, because they will be coming to buy from you. Because most families, you see, they prefer, right now they're preferring meat over, and they're preferring poultry over meat. So in a poultry unaweza feel a whole family. So seme a family buys 4 chickens, ndio. A chicken goes, it depends with the kg, maybe for 50, 500, 700, let's say for 50 for instance. You buy 2 of them, that's 900. 900 unaweza katanisha, and then you eat like a whole month. You know venye umedivide right now. And right now, but nini poultry is cheaper than meat. So my take for the upcoming farmers, au neighbors wako, au ndo unaweza wafanya wakuwe customers. Because if you have meat, hautaikosa. Mtu akiwa na ka event, nipe kuku. Unaona? Na every time hata wewe ndo utakuanga unasema sahi sina, gojea in 2 weeks. Broiler birds, it's all about quality feeds. Chakula yenye unaipatia, because ile chakula unaipatia, it's the kgs that matter. What I'm selling in broilers, it's the kgs. Kg, the thick thighs, the thick chest, hiyo ndio kila mtu ananunua. So if you have quality feeds, and I'm saying quality feeds, kuku yako itapika. So unaweza enda ujitengeneze your quality feeds, or you may know a company yenye inatengeneza quality feeds. It may be expensive or not expensive, but the key underlining words, it's quality feeds is equals to broilers. And when you want to wanachanganya, it's something that by the I nimejua juzi that as a farmer you can take your feeds. If you're trying to make your own feeds, you can take a sample of your feeds to Kenchik. Imagine you can take to Kenchik for free, and then they do the testing, and then it's okay for you to give your birds. Just a shock, I learned it juzi. Like through them, they're saying it's free. So if you have your feeds unataka kujitengeneza, just beba, peleka, And then if it's quality feeds, because they will test everything, then you can give your birds. Yeah, and then you'll have the right formula, because sometimes raw materials differs. Unaweza kuwa na sunflower iko juu and then you have sorghum iko chini. So it depends. But when you ace your method of producing feeds, well and good. When you're buying your chicks, please angalia or ask if they are pre-vaccinated. That's another thing. And if they're pre-vaccinated, which vaccine? Ndio sikuja we vaccine another different and then it dies. So you must ask, vaccinate which vaccine? So they are 1 day old are mostly in Kenya pre-vaccinated, even outside Kenya. So, but ask which vaccine, because vaccines ndio zinauanga kuku. If you mess up vaccine, then it can wipe up your whole flock. So once you get the quality chicks, there are things that must be essential when you are starting as a farmer, as a first-time farmer, as us all farmers. Your brooding is everything. Brooding determines the longevity of your chicken, because brooding is everything. The temperature ya joto, the medicine that you're giving, the vitamins that you're giving, how is the brooding set up, the sawdust, the rice husk, everything. You see, the light, the darkness, kwenye mata nini mwangaza. You see, everything from that stage. And brooding can be 7 days, brooding can be 14 days. It depends with you. Kukiwa na baridi hata unaenda 14 days, because at the end of the day you are the mother to the chicken, right? So unaipatia joto. That's broilers mostly. And we usually say brooding is ni the first initial stage. When you mess at the brooding stage, joy itakuja ku come back. It will just have a way of its own coming back. So that's why I usually say brooding stage, you must be clean, your drinkers must be clean, your feeds must be of quality feeds, and then the handling, everything should be nice. The warmth, the temperature, the water, everything. In brooding, it's like a newborn baby that you must be keen. Yeah. Every time if you are starting, if you're a beginner farmer, the cost of the first farming or the second farming will be higher as compared to the other crops, because you'll have built your nini, you'll have bought. So these things will repay themselves as you go using them. So yeah, so if the banners are expensive, the drinkers, the nini, this money or the profit that you'll get is not big as compared to what you spend. But as time goes by, because you're using the same thing that you bought in the first crop. And that's why I usually say buy quality drinkers, buy quality feeders, you see, because you want to use in generation of crops, not just a singular crop, right? So the cost may be expensive when you're beginning, but it will repay itself as you're continuing the progress. As you can see, my chicken coop has a different design, but mostly what we usually encourage farmers is do a well air ventilated farm, because air in, air out is everything. The breathing, the nini, everything, it depends with the air in, air out. Chini mostly farmers utaeka mawe, or if you can do mabati, and then do wire chicken, that mesh hiyo. So at least even hata unaweza katu hapa tu utulie, and at the end of the day it's not that stuffy. They need air like us. Currently in the Kenyan market, I know broilers is going from 95 to 100 to 105. Kenbro is going the same, let me say, but for layers is the expensive one, because it's gold. You know, it's gold, haipatikani. And currently it's going for 150, 160, 170, right? And there is a waiting period for it. So after you have fed your birds, mostly, roughly, a layers birds, ikifika hapo 18 weeks, inakuanga ime consume around 800, 700 per bird. See, that's per bird. For broilers, it's 345, 350, the cost of production per bird. Another thing farmers should know, it's about uniformity. How are you giving your birds feeds? So for uniformity, sometimes inaweza differ, but what I usually say is zunguka in your coop. The side that iko na kidogo, piga, but ukiwa tuseme umefika time ya market, and you have noticed that some few birds are small. Before ifike time ya market, the 28 day hapo, segregate all the small birds with the bigger birds, because the bigger birds usually give a good war for the smaller birds. That's why they're not eating. And sometimes ni venye zimehachariwa, so ziko na genetic defect, but most of them ni zimepigwa na ile kubwa, juu hiyo kubwa inataka tu kukula. They are bullies, right? So if you segregate them, eka tudogo pamoja, hakuna fast body hapo, so zote zitakula the same, so you'll be able even to catch up very fast with the other flock. On issue of mortality, it doesn't just happen to beginners ama nini, it can happen to anyone. Unaweza kuwa in this game for 10 years, but siku yako ikifika, you just accept it. It's like floods. We didn't expect Kenya kukuwe na floods, hiyo itabeba vitu mob, but it happened. You see, when you're planning, you must plan for like, okay, I'll feed these birds, they may not give me return, they may give me, like for instance, let's put layers. The first 18 weeks, you're not getting anything from those birds. You're just giving and giving and giving and giving, and it's tiresome because they are eating and eating and eating and eating. But the end result is zitakupea mayai, and then after mayai, zikiwa X layers, you will sell them, right? For broilers, the same. Zitakula zikule, and then during ukiuza ndio zitakupea pesa. Same. But it's good for you to have like the emergency fund. I usually tell people, don't jinx at 20, nimeambiwa hii kitu yote itani cost 20,000 and you just stash 20,000. See, just stash extra, something may happen, something may not happen. Just have that like a backup. And I know some farmers wanapotezanga kuku and then unasema utarudia, and then ama narudia na 50. I usually say it's a plus ka umerudi than you staying and just sobbing in and not returning to the game. So if you return, ulikuwa na 100 umerudisha 50, at least you're giving yourself the encouragement, like let's do this. So at the end of the day utajipata umeka hata 400 because like, ni hii nilikuwa nakosea, because practice makes perfect. It works with how you work on it, because in a work for me, this doesn't work for me.